Hello, hello. This is the 172nd Test from the Future, an experimental podcast from the year 2224, which we are sending from our present to yours. My name is Dirk.
And my name is Simon.
And we're putting the past in podcast. Today we're not just putting the past in podcast. I brought something.
Yeah. You brought a mystery item. Well, obviously you know, I presume you know what it is. Yeah?
I know what it is.
A mystery for me.
Mystery item, I like it.
Yeah, and we kept it as you told me you were going to bring something.
Yep.
I asked what it was, and you should actually find out on the show.
Exactly. So often we know up front what we're going to talk about it. We do a bit of research, and then we talk about it on the show, discuss the things that we both learned.
Yep. But in this case, at least for me, it will be you, the listener, will be getting to hear me react for the first time.
Yes, exactly. It's a little bit like an unboxing podcast.
A little bit like that. Did you bring it in a box?
No.
Close.
Okay. I already did the unboxing.
Okay.
So I think before I start using the thing, let me show it. Here it is.
Oh, okay. I could describe it for the listener.
Yes.
So it's a gun-shaped object made of white plastic. Can I hold it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's got some heft to it. Yeah.
And not push that button.
No, I'm being careful to not push buttons. A white plastic gun. Like I say, it's got heft. I think that's a good description. So matte plastic, not glossy. It's got some nice detailing here. I can't make it out. The text is so tiny. It's got this text on the, what's that part of it? The hilt?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
The bit you hold with your hand.
Yeah, I guess.
Think like...
Hilt?
Maybe. I think that's on a sword. I don't know the names for things like this. Either way, the bit you hold in your hands.
Maybe it's a lathe.
Maybe a lathe. Probably not. Anyways, okay, so you've brought me a white plastic gun.
Yep. So the most important things are the button that I told you not to push.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to put this down on the table so I don't accidentally do that.
Yep, exactly. And the nice thing is, it is a relatively light gun. And so it's the button, like, so there's the button, that's the green one on the side here. And then there's the double trigger. The double trigger. Yeah. So that's basically the main feature. And now I am going to demonstrate what it does. And for that I brought more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I brought sticks.
Yep. Fire sticks. Insect sticks. Yeah.
Yes. Fire sticks.
I don't know.
Yeah, 23rd century.
So wait, but then do you want me to light it and you shoot it, or should I shoot it and you light it and I shoot it? No?
Exactly. It's actually I'm lighting. I'm not shooting. I'm not going to shoot this.
Okay.
I'm going to light the the incense sticks. Exactly.
Okay.
So never mind the fire. So now I'm lighting the incense.
Yeah. Now some smoke's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you see the incense stick is. Yeah. It smells really good.
It does.
Too bad it's just audio podcast.
Sure, but at least we get to enjoy it.
We should figure out a way to get smell back in time.
Right. Oh, that does smell. So it's just, I smelled it a bit before, but by now it's getting really the wafting to me, you know.
So now you see this tiny
the smoke
layer. What's that thing? The smoke.
I'll just call it smoke.
Yes.
Smoke is rising up from the incense.
Yes.
For our listeners.
We're using lots of words, so we don't really know ourselves. Okay, so now watch this. Now I press this green button. You see now the light that you didn't see before. So this is a tiny green light now.
Yeah.
Lighting up.
Sure, it's lighting up the smoke. Yeah.
Exactly. Now I have to see. I'm pointing it at the incense, and now I'm squeezing the triggers at the same time. Look. Yeah. See what's happening?
Oh wow! Hey, it's like it's stopped moving. Like so, the smoke was rising up from the incense, and it stopped. And yeah, it's frozen. So it's become solid. Yeah. Solid.
That's the word.
Whoa!
Because the thing that we're holding is a solidifier.
I see.
It's a new thing, apparently. I found it somewhere, and I thought, hey, that I haven't heard that before.
No, that's. Wait, can we hold this smoke?
Yeah, you see.
It crumbled pretty easily. Okay, it smokes.
Yeah.
But super cool that there was so for our listeners, a small tower of smoke, solid smoke, standing there, I guess, sitting there, just above the table. And right when I picked it up, it crumbled, but
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it was also it's like it not just crumbles, but it really felt like powder.
Yeah. So this is a thing for putting out fires, I guess.
I
A safety thing.
don't really know what it is supposed to be doing, but yeah, it's supposed to solidify colored air.
Okay, so not a vacuum, but also if you need to be able to see what it is. So we saw smoke coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Okay,
I'm
so
not
not
really
good
sure.
against carbon monoxide poisoning.
No, I guess not.
Okay,
I mean, the
as
thing
long
is-
as you can see it.
Exactly, because if I point it at the air around me, let me
Yeah,
squeeze
right.
it again. So, see, nothing really happened.
At least I can't see anything there, no, and nothing like fell down to the ground with a crash.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually latch onto something.
I mean, it's pretty dry here. No, not especially humid. Can imagine if we were somewhere like a swamp, somewhere very humid, maybe it would have more of an effect.
Yeah,
Like just shooting it into the air, I mean.
I guess, yeah. Depends on where you are. Because that's the thing that I found interesting is, okay, it works. I tested it at home with the incense, and it works. Although at my place it didn't powder up like it did here just now, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, so and then I thought, hey, the concept is really clear, and then I bring it to the podcast, and then we just discuss about all the things that it can do.
So, I mean, let's definitely do that. And just a question that occurred to me. So you bought this new or second-hand?
No, new.
So it came with instructions or?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it came in a box.
sure. But there were no instructions, like no...
No, but the instructions were how you
More like directions, yeah?
It's like a one-page.
Quick start guide.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the moment I unpacked it, it appeared on my lens, and
Sure.
basically, but it was nothing else than a quick start guide. It was basically press
but
this,
that leaves
squeeze
us-
that, solidified colored air, and that's it.
Okay, so we can discuss it, and then sure, we don't need to, at least I don't need to look up a user manual or something.
But it's what I think is it's relatively tiny, but it
Yeah,
says it has a reach of several hundred meters.
Impressive.
Yeah, for such a tiny thing, so it's pretty strong. Yeah, so I thought, how about we come up with things that we can solidify?
Right, in addition to the smoke from the incense there, other things, yeah?
Yeah, so I had an idea, and the idea was fire.
Yeah, right, that's what, because I asked earlier, I mean, we had the smoke, and I was wondering if this is really, well, that's what I wanted, if this was a fire safety type thing. Like instead of sprinkling water, sprinkling water on stuff to freeze the fire and the smoke.
Maybe that's how it was initially developed, and this is kind of like your household version of it. But yeah,
portable version.
I didn't actually.
If you have a campfire, you're out in the woods, there's a campfire, it gets out of control. I think I'm going to do this too often. I think of the word freezing rather than solidifying, but freezing implies cold, and this doesn't make stuff cold. Either way, solidify the fire that got out of hand, and that way you don't burn down the forest.
Or if you want to go to bed and you don't want to put out the fire, you just solidify and you go to bed. It's less work.
Definitely. Oh, right, just convenience.
And also, if you then wake up in the morning, you still have this pretty fire. I mean, it's not moving anymore, but you still see the fire.
Ah, okay. Then it really is. Oh, I didn't. So let's maybe try that later. Yeah, with the smoke. Okay, right. I can still see the smoke, and I guess I imagined solidifying. So if fire were to be solidified, I imagined it going out. If you see what I mean.
Ah, yeah.
But that would be pretty cool if it actually stays glowing inside a block of some kind.
Would even be cool if it stays warm. I don't know.
That would be nice.
How about we try?
Yeah.
And then we can.
Outside for the fire, perhaps.
No. I have the matches.
Right. Yeah, not a big fire then.
I can even, like, if I go stand a little bit further, we can also test the distance.
Sure, right. You go over there, and I've got this here.
I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable holding it in my hand, but
they're really long matchsticks, so it'll be fine.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah. Yep. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like on the end of the match, there's now a little cube of light.
True, and it does. Am I imagining this, or is it radiating or not? I don't know.
I mean, you're the one holding it. Can you, if you put your other hand near it, do you feel any warmth coming off?
No.
Ah, okay.
No, it's not hot.
Not hot at all. Okay.
So I can touch it.
Ah, yeah. But it's still glowing, yeah.
Yeah, it is somehow.
Yeah.
Or just super brightly colored. I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like if I put my hands around it, is there light or is it?
No.
Okay, no light. So it's just the color of the flame.
Okay, but it still looks pretty cool.
Looks it's really good for decorations.
Yeah. But I guess if it works on like a tiny matchstick or in a campfire, it could work when there's a forest fire.
Indeed.
Instead of putting it out with water or changing the season or dragging some clouds over,
right?
You could just solidify it.
Yeah. Okay, and so we've talked of like fire so far, but what else could we use this on? Like, what other things would it be interesting to solidify?
Other colored,
like gases, or does it work on water? Like liquids, I mean?
It doesn't specifically specify.
I mean, I've got a glass here, a glass of water. Do you want to give it a
go? Sure. How about I squeeze it? So like
you want to get fancy? I think. So shall I toss this in the air?
Yes.
Throw the glass of water in the air. Yeah.
Yes.
Throw all the water out up into the sky, and you shoot it in midair, and let's see what happens.
Yes, exactly. Okay, this is
sounds messy. I like it.
Yes. Okay. You want to count?
Yeah. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Whoa! It's messy, but in a different way. Like the floor, instead of being covered in water, it's now covered in lots of little bits of ice.
That's really cool, actually. Okay, so it actually with gas it solidifies it, but it seems to be frozen, like actually frozen.
I like cold.
Yeah, at least it looks.
Well, I mean, how could you have warm, solid water?
No, it's not actually cold.
That's not cold.
No, I can.
So, but is it squishy?
So it's funny. It feels like ice, but it's not cold. So it's the same with the fire.
That's some next level stuff there. Because from over here, it looked like ice, so I just assumed it was cold. Okay, so solid, room temperature water.
Yeah,
I think people would like that in their drinks in the summer when they don't, because some folk do like ice cold drinks, but myself, I find it too cold.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But you can still dangle around it in your glass
for that clinking sound.
Yeah, for the clinking sound. That's true.
But it wouldn't cool it down. Yeah.
We have to be careful when we start walking around.
We'll sweep it. I'll sweep it up later.
Normally with ice, it's like this will melt, and this is
this melt? Or melt's the wrong word. Will it revert to liquid at some point?
I don't know. So far, does it look like it?
Right. The match is still the smoke crumbled, but the bit.
We're creating all kinds of things that are not going to go away.
I mean, you can put them in the bin later.
Yeah, fair enough. Anything else we can solidify? I'm just looking around the room now. Or outside? Anything outside?
See some clouds up there in the sky. You said a few hundred meters, yeah? So I guess they're a bit far away. I mean, from here we can't just shoot it through the window and get them.
True.
But if we go out later...
Yeah. How would you solidify clouds?
I can get up there somehow. So hoverboard's a bit too low. To go that high with a hoverboard would be a bit dangerous, but we can borrow a flying car or we could go to Sky High Mall.
Yeah, good point. And then how about we solidify the clouds around it and then you can jump on them. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I like the idea of it, and we should use like a rope or some kind of safety harness, or go with a hoverboard just in case we jump. And like with the incense smoke here, we pass straight through it. I like the idea of it being bouncy, but maybe we need to mix in some gelatin or something.
Fair point. Yeah, like if it's super hard, it's not going to be fun jumping on it.
Hard or crumbling through. Both of those would not be great.
I would expect it to be bouncy, but we should check.
Yeah,
we should throw some frozen glass marbles.
Get some kids to jump.
Or just throw some more of your water out while solidifying it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, human body weight.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Or dogs. Or tapirs.
I mean, I'll be happy to do it myself. I'll just take, like I say, with me, I'll take a hoverboard in case it all goes bad. We'll take some safety precautions.
Cool. I was even thinking the other way around. If you solidify rain clouds while they are somewhere else. So they're not moving to where you are.
I keep them in place.
exactly.
Usually clouds get blown around by the wind.
But
Wouldn't they get too heavy? So if you solidify rain clouds, will they stay up there? Will they suddenly plummet to Earth?
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Well, I mean they're staying up
We
there
can find
now.
out. Well, get a cloud with lightning coming out of it.
Solidify the lightning.
Solidify the lightning. Light the lightning.
How cool would that be?
That would be something special.
Or rainbows. Solidify rainbows.
Nice. Yeah. Treat them like some kind of road. You could ride up them,
Yeah, but they are. It's like a hill.
Yeah. So sure, you'd need
if you solidify a whole rainbow, you can hover over them or walk or
just go for a nice stroll. Depends on the weather. Depends on if you're in a rush to get anywhere. Go for a nice stroll. Go for a race on them maybe with your friends.
or slide down like the end part.
I guess it would depend how smooth. From far away, rainbows look really smooth. So sliding sounds like a good idea. I don't know how smooth they are, like how rough they are. Up close, I mean, I've never been on a rainbow.
Hey, I have an idea. How about we check the weather if there are any rainbows?
Try it out right now.
Somewhere right now.
Sounds good.
Let me quickly check
you
on my
find out.
lens.
What will we need? Well, we'll just need this. We'll need the what's it called again? The solidifier. Yeah. So
See, it's clearing up in Cyprus at the moment.
Okay.
It is downtown Nicosia. There's just been a massive storm, but now it's sunny, and people are reporting rainbows. Let's go see there.
Sounds good.
Shall we do it right now?
Yep. Let me just get my shoes.
Okay, cool. Then we'll get to the teleporter, and then we'll pick up the recording when we get to Nicosia.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good. Yep.
See you
back
in a
in a bit,
second.
listeners.
All right, so where are we, Simon?
We are inside a rainbow, Dirk.
We are inside a rainbow.
I've never been inside a rainbow before.
Not on the rainbow,
No.
but inside the
Yeah,
rainbow.
it turned out so we used the solidifier there on the rainbow.
Yes.
And I was expecting it would be kind of like a path that we would walk along the top of. I was a little worried we might slide off, but that's how I imagined it. It turns out we get closer, and actually no, it's a tube going up into the sky, and that's why there's a bit of an echo because we're inside it.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And there's still some lights come through because it's not completely closed. This is also
We've got some daylight coming through.
how we mentioned to manage to get in. Initially, we wanted to go to the end of the rainbow to get on it.
Yep. Would have been easier.
But we weren't allowed there for some reason.
No, exactly. Both ends. We tried both ends. Both ends of the rainbow were off limits.
Yeah.
Okay, so we worked our way a little bit further along. Built smokestack.
Yeah, and when we got close enough, we managed to solidify the rainbow. But yeah, the smokestack is a good point.
That's how we got high enough, because
Luckily, we brought enough incense. But if you look back now to, I can't see the steps from here, but that looked pretty. We are really high up.
We are now, yeah.
And we really came here on smoke steps, so let's really hope they stay and not...
That, so we weren't allowed onto the rainbow, into the rainbow, either end. Hopefully they'll let us out.
Fair enough, yeah. Once we come down there.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, it's way different than I thought.
I was going to say, because our listeners, they may be imagining, so I've said, hey, we're in the rainbow, yeah? So imagining it being all rainbow coloured around us. Nope. So, because... Okay, we shot the rainbow from afar. From afar, we see the rainbow. Turns out it solidified the air, or the moisture in the air where the rainbow was, from our perspective. But then we get there, and rainbow's transient, yeah? Like, it's not always there, it's gone, basically. The colours, anyway.
Exactly. It's really interesting like that. I had imagined it to be the super bright tunnel. I hadn't imagined a tunnel, but I thought it was going to be super brightly coloured. But it's what I find interesting. It really echoes.
Yeah. Our voices, and then there's all these other noises going on, and I think it's amplifying also the noises from outside.
Yeah,
It's passing by.
but there were also already some flying cars hovering around. That once we started solidifying the rainbow, they noticed immediately that it was going to stay.
Yeah.
So we even brought a hoverboard.
Yeah. Just in case.
Because we were going to try to hover on the rainbow.
This is a bit safer because, like I was saying, I was worried about falling off the top earlier, like imagining it just like a a bridge with no sides, you know. And here, okay, you can totally go hoverboarding there for a bit. You won't fall down as such.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although you can see, if you look really in the difference, because they're really almost in the middle, it does curve down.
Of course.
So I'm not sure how if that becomes steeper and steeper. So
it should do.
I was going to hover just a little bit,
okay,
just to say, hey, I've hovered inside the rainbow.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to come back.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Sure.
So you have a point of reference.
Okay.
A place to return to.
Get up. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. See you in a sec. And so, for the listener, rather than me just standing here in silence, Dirk has totally
there's
skated.
stuff over here.
Hey, yeah. What can you see?
There's stuff laying here.
I can't quite hear you. Maybe when you get back, you tell me. So for the listener, I'm waving at Dirk for him to come back.
Okay. Okay.
Could you hear me? I could just about make out what you said, but
could you hear me?
Really faintly.
It's weird though. Like this sound travels really far, but I could hardly see because I could hardly see what you were saying. I wasn't that far.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was stuff laying over there.
Like stuff on the floor?
Yeah, there's banana peels.
Huh.
There were several banana peels, and what appeared to be like a tortoise shell or something like that. I'm not really sure what it was for.
Like a live tortoise, like walking around?
No, just a shell.
Huh. That's very odd.
Okay. I mean, there isn't really much else to do here.
I mean, we'll make our way out, but maybe we'll... Once we finish the episode, we'll make our way out of here.
Shall we do the listener question here?
Yeah, right. Our first listener question, email being read inside a rainbow.
Inside a rainbow.
First time inside a rainbow anyway, but hey, first email too.
We had the one from Anya, remember, the really long one.
All right, yeah.
I can summarize it?
Yeah, that was a bit too long to read out, like the whole thing.
So thanks a lot, Anya, for the super long email. We're going to summarize it.
A pleasure to read, but yeah.
Yes. So we're going to summarize it a bit. So you emailed us in response to episode 49. This was the episode about crispy creatures.
That was it, yeah.
So how the 23rd century people, us and everybody else, managed to recreate extinct animals. And you mentioned the golden toad. So apparently you mentioned the golden toad is a toad that has gotten extinct in the late 20th century, early 21st century, what you're saying. Everybody's really sad about it, you're saying. And you asked us, can we bring it back in the 23rd century? So I had heard of the golden toad. Have you?
You said you had. No, I haven't.
And I guess theoretically...
I mean, I can imagine a toad that was... If it was actually golden, that would be amazing, but I'm guessing just yellow in some way.
Yeah, or golden color, but not really made out of.
Oh, yeah, no, sure.
But yeah, I haven't heard. I'm sure we could theoretically bring it back if there's enough DNA left over. But we had a better idea. How about you 21st century people, you know...
I mean, I guess find out if it's for real extinct. Yep. If it's for real extinct, never mind. But if it's not for real extinct, if there are still a few around, do some conservation, yeah?
Exactly.
Protect its habitats, sort it out that it can continue to flourish, or that it can come back to flourishing, maybe.
This is a good point. Maybe it is actually still there.
Maybe.
Deep in the rainforest, there is a few golden toads left remaining. And then how about you in the 21st century? You donate money to the Golden Toad Preservation Fund.
Yeah.
And you put all kinds of research in it, and then once you found it, you make sure its environment is protected and it can flourish. How cool would that be?
I mean, that would be amazing.
And then we don't have to bring it back.
And we don't have to do anything.
Yes, exactly. So win-win situation. You have your golden toad, we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shuttle.
Wow, yeah. It's pretty cool, like seeing it distorted, diffracted through the solid rainbow tube.
True.
Do you call it a tube or a tunnel?
I wonder if these are tourists or military.
It's, like I said, it's too distorted, so I can't actually make out the details of the shot.
No, I guess it's moving on, so I guess either one. Okay. And
all good?
Yes.
So, who was it that wrote that email?
Anya.
So, listeners to this episode of our podcast, if you'd like to write to us like Anya did, please send an email to michaellasagna5@gmail.com and put the number 172 in the subject. And that way we'll know this episode went successfully back in time, and that will make us happy inside.
All right. Thanks for listening, and see you in 200 years.
Bye-bye.